So, I'd like to discuss right or wrong action and what is a right action and what is a wrong action. Um, in accordance to natural law, as best as my knowledge is currently allowing me to. So, a right action, um, it doesn't cause harm to another. A wrong action would cause harm to another, or say possible environmental damage. So for instance, something simple would be like theft. Theft would be a wrong action. If someone has something, it's not yours, you go and take it, then that's probably theft, and that would be a wrong action. Um, what's a right action? If you do something and you don't cause harm to another person, that would be a right action. And these are the basics, the very basics of natural law. Right and wrong, sometimes called left and right. But I think as people in today's societies, we have lost all cognition and all ability to determine what is right and what is wrong, because the medias have influenced us to such a point, and I can't really blame it on the medias as much as I will say it's corporate interests. So a few people with a lot of power and a lot of influence can sway the masses, because the masses are not very conscious. They like to be told what to do, how to think, where to sit, where to stand, and they really haven't done the inner work to determine right or wrong, because they haven't stilled themselves long enough um, to find what's true and what's untrue. A lot of people, though, they have done the work. I can't say it's a majority of humanity has done the work, but some people have done the work to determine what is right and what is wrong. It's not it's not really inherently difficult to do that. You can sit and ponder it for a while. If I go and rob somebody, yeah, that's not right. That's a wrong action. Um, if I go take somebody's land from them and make them destitute and impoverished, yeah, that's a wrong action. Even if it's done through a so-called legal process, it's still a wrong action. It still goes against natural law. A lot of people don't like to hear that, because there are a lot of thieves in today's society, and a lot of thieves in the hierarchy of our political processes, which is a real shame. Um, I've seen a little bit about what's going on with the current war in Ukraine, how things are ramping up, and it's not good that we're looking at a possible World War III that could go pretty big. I don't even like to talk about this stuff because I don't want to even put it out there, but it is something uh, that's going on, so it has to be brought to light. Yeah, I'm not for either government, but I am for what is lawfully right and what is lawfully right according to the law of nature and to the law of nations. So I stand with those principles as well as ethics. But I think it's important that people start doing some self-work instead of watching what's on the news and just hearing what they're told to hear and seeing what they're told to see. Because, in the end, they're just going to be robbed of their own competence, and I think that's a tragedy for the human species to be robbed of critical thinking. It's just tragic, and it's due to basically laziness. People have a few problems, and I'm saying all peoples, and people, they tend to be lazy if they are let be lazy. And when they're lazy, thinking is, thinking takes a little bit of work. So, if they can avoid thinking, some people do. Uh, that's not good. Um, Critical thinking. A lot of people avoid this because it involves some painful processes um, of the psyche. You know, you might have done things wrong in your past, and thinking about things critically might bring up those things, and it might bother some people. So they might decide they need to go pop some pills so they don't feel so down. But feelings are always feelings are usually temporary, and it's good to feel bad, and it's good to feel good. It's just part of our experience as humans to feel good and to feel bad. Highs and lows. It's all part of the experience. Animals have this as well. Um, you know, if everything was perfect, then it might be a very boring place. If it was ran like a machine, but we're not. We're due to, we have errors, we have trials, we have learnings, and we have thoughts and stuff. But unfortunately, most people, they can be manipulated very easily because they're lazy. So um, for the people that aren't lazy, I guess I put this out there. So hopefully people will start to maybe do some work, maybe think about what is right, what is wrong action. Is somebody gaining by having us do a wrong action? That's a tactic used throughout history. If somebody can gain something by manipulating other people to do a wrong action, then by golly, they're going to do it. Because, hey, if you got willing dupes to do what you want, then, you can pretty much, get away with what you want. That's, what thugs do and gangs do. And a lot of people who don't want to do the soft work do. But if you look at the state of or if you look at the condition of our planet right now, as far as environment, our number one problem right now is plastic in our water. It's not a joke. We now have our fish, the fish that people eat, fish that swim in the ocean. They have plastic in their flesh because they've been eating plastic because it's in the water for so long. It's called nanoplastic, and this is a huge problem for everybody. We have landfills that are they're absolutely massive, and we've got nothing. No one trying to really. Well, there's a few small places trying to fix this, but there's no mass scale cleanup going on. There's nothing. Meanwhile, we've got billions and billions and probably trillions of dollars spent on war to take over places. It's completely unnecessary. We can handle all these situations without any violence. Well, hopefully without any violence. If there were level-headed people in charge, but unfortunately, I'm afraid the corporations have taken over, and they don't really care about what's right or wrong. They don't really care about what's law. It's basically do what we say. We're right. Don't think about it. Don't talk about it. If you mention it to them, they turn off the comments in their video sections. I've had that done to me several times. Or they're just, they don't want to talk because they know they're not right, and the best way they can deal with it is just ignore you. Um, so yeah, this is hopefully bringing some awareness out there. Um, you know, um, I don't know what else to say from here, so I'll leave it at that.